It's estimated that over 28 million Americans will have an eating disorder in their lifetime. And my next guest discovered a surprising solution to her own disorder that changed her life.
Hello, my name is Samantha Skelly, and from a very young age, I was a dancer and an actress. And so my whole life was spent either on a stage or in front of the camera. I remember struggling with my relationship to my body, and later in life it manifested into disordered eating, body image issues, exercise addiction. I was on over 50 diets in less than 4 years and had no idea how to eat like a normal person. I was completely disconnected and numbed out. I ended up flying to Bali and discovering breathwork, which is a modality that is similar to meditation, but 100 times more powerful and transformational. And when I used my breath to reconnect into my body, I could actually listen to my body. I could trust my intuition. I could understand what I really needed from a physical level and an emotional level. And it reconnected me to my truth. Not only have I wrote an entire book on this, on how we can heal emotional eating using breathwork, it is something that you can use every single day. It is right under your nose to completely change your life.
Samantha joins me now. Welcome to the show, Samantha.
Hello.
So let me start right off by talking about your disordered eating. Exactly how bad was it?
You know, I would wake up in the morning and the first thought on my mind was, I can't wait to go to bed tonight. And not because I wanted to die, but because the thoughts in my mind were excruciating to the point where my mind was constantly bullying my body. My mind was driving me into states of extreme anxiety, frustration, depression, and it was all around body image. You know, there was this constant calculation of calories and exercise and really making sure that I was, eating less and constantly going into a deficit, which literally ran my entire life. Like 80% of my thoughts were these obsessive thoughts around food in my body. And in addition to the thoughts, I had extreme exercise addiction, extreme body dysmorphia. I was the same size I am now, and I genuinely thought that I was overweight, obese.
Wow.
And so, yeah,
What was your mind actually saying to you?
You're fat, you're worthless. If you don't look a certain way, you're never going to receive love. You're never going to be successful. You're never going to be worthy. My friends and family didn't know it was that bad to the point where I ended up in the hospital because I was malnourished in Australia. And the story that I created was, Mom, I'm just trying to save some money. Like, everything's fine. But deep down, I was depriving my body of nutrients because I was terrified of gaining weight. And so my friends and family really didn't know to the degree how bad it was until really my book came out.
I want to talk about breathwork. I mean, can you explain what exactly is breathwork?
Breathwork is a practice of using the breath in a very intentional way. And what that does is it allows the mind to simply release and relax. What breathwork does is it gives us spaciousness for our mind to release, so we can actually feel deeper into our bodies, and we feel safe to feel into our bodies through doing it. So the first time I discovered breathwork, after I was lying there and I'm like, I had no idea that my body was able to feel these sensations of love and bliss and contentment. You know, I thought self-love was getting manicures and buying handbags and having a bath, like that's what I thought. And I realized that within my body, I had this infinite, and we all have this. This is why it's so accessible, it's so easy, and it's free.
What kind of issues have you found actually can be helped by breath work?
Well, for me personally, anxiety disorder and addiction. I've helped people who have depression, are anxiety disorders, mental health, bipolar. I first healed my emotional eating, and then I was like, wait a second. If it's that powerful to do that, what else is possible? And so since then, that's the journey that I've been on, is bringing breath to people all around the world.
Well, Samantha, you give a different meaning and a new meaning to take a breath every once in a while.
Yeah,
so
take a little breather,
That's right. So we appreciate your work and for sharing the power of breath work.
Thank you so much.